Saudi Arabia. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206 centimeters tall with a reach of 216. And across the ring from him, Alexander Usyk, 6'3", and 198 centimeter reach.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Fighting out of the blue corner, and now from Crimea in Ukraine, here is an undisputed cruiserweight world champion and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
You couldn't even squeeze through to your seat. This is that tight. The atmosphere is ridiculous.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. So here we go. Should be a good one. Throws the jab, but does not score. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and man, these 2 are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nobody home with that hook. Hook misses. Beautiful counter shot. They both want a knockout, you can tell. That hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Here we go for round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Back and forth they go. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. That left hook missed. Punch, counter punch. Defense is not an option for these two. Misses with the straight left. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about fury in that last round. That was almost a 10. On to the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. And he misses with that straight left. Swing and a miss with that hook. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter. Perfect counter shot. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Swing and a miss with the jab. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. As bad as boxing judging could. On to the fourth we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And that left hook doesn't find its target. Swing and a miss with the left hook. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That left hook misses. A big whiff with the right hook. Punching. There's a counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. At this point, you got to believe. Time for the 5th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter punch. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Well, we're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Well, there was no... This is the beginning of round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Those counter punches have to hurt. Catch and shoot. Misses with the straight left. He threw a punch and just got countered. That right hook's blocked. His stamina is off the charts. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. Here we go. It's round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And he scores with the counter. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That big hook doesn't land. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. And that hook misses. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. As bad as... There's the bell to start round 8. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout? Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Swing and a miss with that hook. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Usyk might go down here. What an upset. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.